We live, we live, we live. Almost 12 o'clock Saturday night. Let me see who's up right now, man. Talk some college football, high school recruiting. Let's see who's up right now, man. Footballville, make a play 7-on-7 went down today.
Starting from inside the 10, and Brady.
There it is. That boy Woody, the first one.
Reaches up into the sky and flucks it down. George pulls back to the center, pump fake. Paxson throws down the middle, and this one is tipped, and Moss. Three-man rush, and Young stumbles on the way back and fires up the
What's
middle.
going on, man? Y'all get up in here, man. Get up in here. What's going on?
Owens made the catch. George has time, and his pass is intercepted. Uh-oh, they're not catching him down the sideline. Deion Sanders.
It's confidence.
You is the first one, big dog.
I just want to start by having you describe Deion
Yes, sir.
Sanders on the football field for us.
Most gifted athlete ever to touch football field. Period.
That was Michael Irvin. Deion Sanders, most gifted athlete to ever touch a football field. Period. Take their head off though. Who's the most gifted athlete to ever touch a football? Michael Irvin just said Deion Sanders. Who do you think the most gifted athlete ever touch a football? Football field, man. We out here. Take the head off. Nah, fool. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fins up. If you're watching, hit the like button for us, man. If you're watching, man, you really care about Footballville, man. Look down on your YouTube channel. Look down. Go get you a Footballville hoodie, man. Inky Johnson. You think Inky Johnson the most talented player you ever saw touch a football, big dog? Inky Johnson, the motivational speaker. Sean Taylor, Mr. Gulliver High himself. Inky Johnson was that good? What high school Inky Johnson? What city Inky Johnson come from? Lewis, what's up, bro? What's good? I just asked, man, Michael Irvin just said Deion Sanders is the most incredible player to ever touch a football field. Who y'all think the most incredible player to ever touch a football field? Leon, what's up, bro? What's up? You don't know how to spell a high school? Giovanni Ward. Giovanni Ward. It's funny when somebody talk about Sean Taylor. Giovanni Ward. Listen, man, I've had Northwestern fans tell me that if Giovanni Ward would have got his stuff straight at the Hurricanes, Sean Taylor would have been on the bench. Lewis, do you agree with this? They say Giovanni Ward would have had Sean Taylor, one of the greatest athletes ever to play football, on the bench. Giovanni Trauma Ward. How big was Giovanni Ward? Leon, yes, man. That's the word, man. Giovanni Trauma Ward. Giovanni Ward was a little ocky, man, but the man could play some football. But they say if Giovanni Ward would have stayed at the U, not got in trouble. 6'1", 205. How big was Sean Taylor? I think I don't know, man. We got a new coach in, man. Let's see how coach evaluate our players. He may switch that thing all around. How big was Sean Taylor coming out of high school? Giovanni Ward was 6'1", 205. That's all right size. But that's the word, man. I've heard that before. I say Sean Taylor because he could have played anywhere. Yeah, Sean Taylor played any position, man. Wide receiver, quarterback, running back, safety. It didn't really matter. Sean Taylor, 6'3", 208. Ran like a deer. Hit like a Mack truck. I don't know, man. I don't know. So Sean Taylor, Inky Johnson. Yeah, I mean, but that still don't mean that stuff translates, man. Talking about Rivers. OG, what's good, boy? Listen, man, y'all watching, hit that like button for us, man. If y'all really care, go ahead and subscribe. If you ain't subscribed, if you are subscribed, go ahead and up it, man. Get you a badge. Get you a badge, man. Platinum, silver. Get you a badge, man. Go up that thing. If you really want to support, man, go and get you a Footballville hoodie. If you look down on YouTube, they right there. Hoodies, t-shirts, all apparel. It's right there, man. Support your boy. But yeah, Giovanni Ward, Sean Taylor. Trying to find out, man, who's the greatest athlete? Who y'all feel the greatest athlete to ever play football? Listen, we had Make a Play 7-on-7 today, and y'all go check it out. 7-on-7, we had over 30 teams out there. We have over 20 more teams tomorrow, youth football. Today we had the likes of Philip Bryan, Auburn commit. Mr. Eford was out there, former Miami Hurricane commit. James Williams, what about James Williams? Just spoke to James. Frank Gore, yeah. Frank, I never saw Frank Gore play in high school. I was in the United States, I was in the Marine Corps at the time. But who else we had? We had Madugu out there at Make a Play 7-on-7. Artie Burns came through late with his squad. CDB, what's up? But yeah, this week I caught up with Don Chaney high school coaches, and I was asking why didn't Don Chaney do more this year. I know he had a sucky team. He didn't really have a line. They were very small. Let's not belay of the past. But it was what I suspected, because I watched Don play maybe 4 times this year. And it seemed like it was like, let me get my 5-6 yards. If it don't look right, let me go down. I got a future. Coach kind of confirmed that it was like, hey, listen, man, go out there, play your hardest, but do what you can do and get to the ground, basically. Do what you can do, get to the ground. Don't go out there try to do too much. We ain't got much in front of you. We ain't got much in back of you. And that's what I kind of suspected, because I've seen Don Chaney run as a sophomore and freshman. Man's a freight train once he get going down here. But this year was something different. I figured that this is the crazy part. Don Chaney's dad appears to be 6'5", I don't know, 6'4", 6'5", I don't know, maybe 240, 50 pounds. If Don Chaney keeps growing, let me repeat that again. If Don Chaney keeps growing, anywhere near the size of his dad, he's going to look like the Nigerian Nightmare with tons of speed coming through that line. Don Chaney dad is a huge guy. And I have a feeling Don Chaney may not be finished growing. Look at the pictures. I don't even know if y'all can see this. You see Don Chaney dad? Look how big Don Chaney dad is. Can y'all see that? That's little Dan Chaney. That's little Don Chaney on the left. I was somewhere in the back. I was somewhere on the other side of that picture. I just took a picture with Don Chaney. But that's Don Chaney right now weighs, let's see how big Don Chaney is. Don Chaney right now is listed at 5'10", 203. If this kid keeps growing, fool, can Chaney realistically win a starting job as a freshman even? No. I can't say he's going to win a job as a freshman. I mean, listen, this is my question. Okay, so we already have Big Cam Harris, which I'll take Cam Harris to later too. But we already got. Oh Lord, what happened? We went down for a minute. We already have Cam Harris. Don Chaney hurt in the spring. I don't see how he can come through and take that position from Cam. That'll be hard pressed. If he does, that'll be awesome. But this is my thing. Now that we're going to the spread, run and shoot, lick them low, lick them high, whatever the offense you want to call it. What happens to the run game? What happens to the run game? In the spread offense, what's going to happen to the run game? Name some successful running backs that played in the spread offense. I mean, I know it's a few, but what happens to the run game when you're throwing the ball 40, 50 times a game? You can't have it all. Unless we're scoring 50 points a game, you can't have it all. Tevin Coleman came out of spread offense from college. I think Jalen Knighton could be better in the offense. Marshall Falk, I think is the greatest running back I ever saw play, man. Marshall Falk. Big Zoe Power in there, man. Y'all go follow Big Zoe, man. Zoe Footballville all the way from Atlanta, man. Remind you of Najee? Ooh. Remind you of Najee? You know who shoot our podcast? Najee Davenport. Najee Davenport shoot our podcast. He just had a baby, man. Congratulations, Najee Davenport. But that's who shoot our podcast. That's how you see him come jump on the podcast. We were talking about top 5 running backs in Dade County. Chaney, depending on the rehab and injury, might see the field middle of the season. Oh, man. Chaney ain't come back to the middle of the season? Yeah, Antoine Easterling. Antoine Easterling was running out, was getting Lewis. Antoine Easterling was getting 23 yards a carry when he played at Northwestern. True or false? Frank Gore came out of spread. You know, man, when I sat down with Frank Gore last year, if y'all go check the video, I'll put the video in. I had spent the day with Frank Gore. One of the things people always say about Frank Gore was that he was all Carl Gables had. Like, it was just him versus Carol City. But Frank was like, hell nah. Frank was like he had 3 Division I linemen on his offensive line when he played in high school. I think 2 of them maybe were young, but they all was Division I offensive linemen. So that thing, that Frank Gore had himself, man. He was 12 yards back in the backfield, man. He used to beat teams by himself, man. Frank was like, hell no. Frank, Thad, Knighton, and Chaney. Rank Thad, Knighton, and Chaney. Whew. When you say rank them, I mean, that's hard to do. Chaney, I don't know. That's hard to do. Chaney reminds me of like a lower version of Duke Johnson. This is not Chaney. My bad. Knighton reminds me of like a lower version of Duke Johnson. This you got to understand about Knighton, which I'm finna say was pretty amazing. Knighton offense at Deerfield was not good. It had never been good. That Knighton Deerfield offense Deerfield has always been a defensive team. The offense never do much, and Knighton still would get his. So you gotta ask yourself, how good is Knighton? I think I don't know. I would have to say Chaney, Knighton, and then Thad, but Thad's still young. Thad is still young. Chaney is just a specimen, bro. Like, Chaney's going to get there and put on 10 pounds. I mean, Chaney is just a grown man, and running at his full 100%, going all out, Chaney is a problem. Yeah, Knighton remind you of Duke too. Yeah, Knighton is hard to explain because Knighton different offense was never good, but Knighton is a slasher. Knighton is like I don't know, Clinton Portis type, Duke Johnson type can end it, can get you six in a minute. I can only imagine Knighton in a spread offense. I mean, where things are actually working, cause his Deerfield offense has always been bad. And Knighton Deerfield offense couldn't get in line, get in goal against Columbus in the playoffs, bro. Twice they was on the goal line with the biggest offensive line you could find, and they couldn't get in. We live, man. We live. Is Chaney faster than Rooster? I don't know. Rooster looks faster than me to the naked eye. But I mean, that's like asking, is Pope faster than Jeff Thomas? I don't know. Does it even matter? I mean, they both blazing fast. Mari Daniels. Jamari Daniels was a youth football legend. Um, Played at Central as a freshman. Had a hell of a year. Then left Central to go to Jackson to play for his dad. His dad got the head coaching job. He left to go play for his dad. Got banged up. Now last year he was healthy and he's back rolling. But I'm hearing that University of Miami think Amari Daniels is kind of small. But here they go with this BS again because certain players, it doesn't matter how big they are. And I think Amari Daniels is one of them. Bet that up, Andy Raphael, man. Andy Raphael said my shoulder bomb, man. My shoulder bomb, man. Y'all go buy some hoodies, man. I wonder if we can get 5 hoodies sold. If we get 5 hoodies sold tonight, I gotta get up early in the morning, man. We got youth football, make a play tomorrow morning. I gotta get up early in the morning, go to work, bro. Why you say my shoulder bomb, big dog? Like, what is it you guys like about Footballville show? Let me scroll up to see your last question. 1 second. Let me scroll up, see if I can find his last question. Oh boy. Let me see what you asked me. What is it you asked me? I interact directly with the kids. I got some I got some answers right here. Let me see what y'all say about the channel. Jersey, you had a question? Let me answer Jersey question first. Jersey. Why the Negative Army reports on Caneville? They say he looked outmatched. Woo! Really? Who said he looked outmatched? Who said he looked outmatched? Okay. Kane Love, you the one be saying the Cribbis? I'm gonna start calling it the Cribbis Show. I ain't gonna call it Caneville no more. I'm gonna call it the Cribbis Show. You interact directly with the kids and their families. That's why. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm in it. You're right. I am in the middle of it. Dwayne Bowe. You had a question about Dwayne Bowe? Let's see. Dwayne Bowe, Miami Northern High School. Who else went to Miami Northern High School? Randy Shannon went to Miami Northern High School. My show represents Dade County and the rest of Dade County. The show represents Dade County and the rest of South Florida. That's what's up, bro. Listen, man, what do you guys want to see? I'm start adding things to the show, man. I may even start doing it full time, man. I'm thinking about just doing Footballville full time, jumping right in. What do you guys like to see? I may start giving you like some whatever happened. I may start just talk about what happened to whatever happened to Randall Hill, or whatever happened to Tyrone Moss, or whatever happened to not just Hurricane fans though, and start giving you some of these stories about whatever happened to certain people, like whatever happened to Sam Bruce, whatever happened to what's the guy named played for Tennessee Titans, went kind of crazy. Start giving me some stories like that. What would you guys like to see? Huh? What would you guys like? What would you guys like to hear? If I add more shows to the site, what would you like to hear? R.I.P. Tyrone Moss. Yes, sir. Peyton is a dog. Let me see. You asked the question. What's the question was? Shut down Bo his junior year. He had 1 catch, 8 yards, but still lost though. Who shut down Bo his junior year? Anthony, you asked me a question? Footballville, when I look at Jalen Knight and I see Chris Johnson, when I look at Don Chaney, I see a combination of Clinton Portis and Mark Walton. Don Chaney is more to me like I just had it in my mind. I would equate Don Chaney to kind of losing y'all. Hey, where am I going? Look. No, I would create Don Chaney to not Clinton Portis. I wouldn't say Clinton Portis. Let me think. Don Chaney. Don Chaney kind of reminds me of a faster Edgerrin James, like slasher. Frank Gore. Don Chaney does kind of remind me of Frank Gore. He does. He does in a way. He does in a way. He kind of reminds me of. Let me see that. Frank Gore is kind of. Who else? Think of somebody else Don Chaney reminds me of. Now you got me thinking. Not really Todd Gurley. Sony Michel is kind of like Sony Michel. Kind of like a lot of those Georgia backs. Don Chaney reminds me of. Oh, Sony, you said Sony Michel too. You said Sony Michel too. Well, listen, I mean, so we're thinking the same thing. Alvin Kamara, right. Yeah, so not so much Mark Walton. I think he's a little bigger than Mark Walton. Sony Michel. I mean, that is a good one. Sony Michel. That's funny. We both said Sony Michelle. So man, tell me some other reasons why y'all. Tell me some. Y'all didn't give me any suggestions, man, for the show. What would y'all? What were some things y'all would like to see on the show? Like if I went full time, like if I had a morning show or afternoon show. What is it y'all want to hear about the Hurricanes? When practice started, I mean that's different. It's going to be all type of anticipation, a lot of stuff people want to see. But what would y'all want to see? What kind of show? Not even just about Hurricane. Maybe just college football. Period. Maybe we do a transfer portal show and we just start talking about whoever in the transfer portal. If I could ever find out how you find out who in the transfer portal, I have not figured that part out yet. How you find out who in the transfer portal? Lewis Johnson, what's up? You got a cousin Cam Harris? You mind me? Cam Harris and Mark Walton, yeah. Sidney Smith. It was Bo and Willie Pope, Andre Johnson, little brother, on the other side. I shot Bo down because he couldn't run a route tree yet. So Bo played with Willie Pope. I went to New Orleans High School too, bro. You shut Bo down. Bo was that guy, dog. Lewis Johnson, who did you play for? Oh, Hurricanes only. No, man, we can't talk about the Hurricanes only, man. I don't think it's enough of y'all. We can't talk about Hurricanes only, man. We ain't got enough fans. Y'all start buying up paraphernalia like crazy, then I may talk about Hurricanes early. Other than that, man, I need to be kind of national if I go full time with this thing. You played for the High with Roscoe Parrish? Roscoe Parrish, what year was that? Roscoe. Roscoe. Roscoe Parrish. But yeah, man, what are some other things y'all would like to see, man? Y'all would like Fremlo, what the main is? Fremlo raps, things like that, man. When he talk about like Antonio Brown is over, and he start telling you the story of Antonio Brown. Y'all want to see stuff like that? Coach Dunn led us to coach, or do y'all just like to hear the raw insights that you don't really get to hear from a lot of people because I know a lot of insights. Would y'all be interested in just hearing a bunch of stories and insight that you don't get to hear all the time? So what I mean, so is that why y'all tune in? Yes, yes. So okay, so y'all saying yes to me saying so you just like to hear the insights, like you like to hear the day. Okay, it's the day at my Make a Play 7-on-7 tournament. Jamon Efa was out there and Philip O'Brien was out there. I don't know why University of Miami never jumped on Philip O'Brien, but he just committed to Auburn and he was talking about when he headed at Florida State, when he got to Florida State after he committed to Auburn, he went back to Florida State. He said when he got there, all the coaches was out there lined up. Everybody trying to get him back. So y'all want to hear stuff like this? Y'all just want to hear things like that? So I can just log on and be like, hey, Lord, come on, man, listen, man, let's talk, man. We had Make a Play 7-on-7 today. A bunch of ballers came out here. And y'all will just be happy to hear me talk about just a bunch of stuff that I see that y'all don't see, or y'all would want to hear, or y'all would want to see like or y'all would want to see like me come up with programs like Fremlo Raps when he talks about whatever happened to who Peter Ward. And then he tells you the story of Peter Ward. Peter Ward grew up in a small town. He used to like to chew bubblegum and throw rocks in the field. I mean, he tells the whole story. Everything behind the scene. Everything behind the scene. So that's interesting to y'all. But man, it comes so I guess it's come so easy to me. Y'all won a championship in 2003? Angie Toussaint. Listen, Angie Toussaint, y'all go follow her, man. She part of Footballville now. She doing big things back in the U.S. Go follow, go subscribe to her, man. She doing big things in media. She about to be working with Footballville. We got some things coming up. She hot too. She hot. She hot. Go check out. She's nice looking. Go check out. Go follow. Go subscribe to her Instagram and YouTube. She's in the media world. She's about to be working with Footballville on some things. Help me start a podcast and some other things, man. Just stretch out Footballville, get it where it need to be. So back to what we was talking about. So listen, so that's what you guys would, yeah, it is interesting. Oh, okay. I mean, so you was just want to hear me talk about, Peter Ward at LA Fitness. So you just want to hear me talk about the stuff that I know. In Tallahassee, bro, I played on the team. Everything behind the scenes. All right, man. I mean, I'll try to figure that out and I guess get more insights from these kids. Footballville, let's say Miami and Anthony Mazzano. Anthony, where you from? Footballville, let's say Miami and Alabama end the season with the same record at 10-2. Who wins the recruiting battle for Ja'Cory Brooks? I think Miami would have to. I think Miami would have to. I think Miami would have to do more than just go 10-2 when it comes to Ja'Cory Brooks. I think what Alabama has done with the wide receiver, with the wide receivers, picking the wide receivers out of Miami, sending them all the first round. Just saw Jerry Jeudy on the picture the other day. Jerry Jeudy iced up already. When is the draft? Jerry Jeudy iced up already. He was on the picture like, ooh. I mean, when is the draft? Jerry Jeudy got ice everywhere already. I mean, so Alabama comes to South Florida, picks a wide receiver, and he goes in the first round. I mean, to be honest with you, I can't like you can't really argue with that. I mean, you can't argue with that when it comes to Ja'Cory Brooks. I'm sorry. Like we had this conversation the other day. Did y'all go follow? Did y'all go follow my girl? Now she part of the Footballville. She part of the Footballville team now. So go follow her. She doing her media thing. She way better at media than me. I'm just better at watching kids play youth football and go to high school and just knowing stuff y'all don't know. Go follow my girl now, Miss Toussaint. Scroll up if you ain't see her. Go subscribe to her. Go follow on Instagram. We just got to do better. It's Alabama. I'm not surprised. If you're watching, man, hit the like button for me and share for me, man. If you ain't subscribed, you got to hit the alert bell. It's a little bell right there. Hit the alert bell. What role does dads and uncles, father figures play in these kids' choices? Listen, I'm gonna try to explain something about kids. I actually got a video. I was about to put out when I asked a couple kids. I asked a couple big time kids, hey man, tell the people some reasons why you go to school. I just never put it together. And they was all giving me, the Muck 7 kids, I think I did it with them on video, but I didn't really put it together. big time sophomore out of California. I asked him, and he started talking about UCLA. I was like, "Hey man, tell the people why do you choose to go to school sometimes? Some of the reasons you choose to go to school because the fans think it's always a bag of money." And he was like, "Nah." He was from Cali now. He was like, "Nah." He was like, I just want to feel like I just want to feel at home. I want to feel like they care about me. They call me. They check up on me. I just want to feel like they want me. So I was like, so they don't really have to be a winner. They don't have to win. I mean, you in Cali, so you wouldn't like just go to Oregon or USC because they winning. He was like, nah, man. I gotta feel like they want me. I gotta feel like I have an opportunity to play. Like they care about me. That is the sentiment of what most kids say when you ask them. And when they talk to me, they're not giving me the 247 sports answer that the regular reporter. Yeah, it feel like home. A lot of times when they talk to me, they kind of tell the truth. I don't know. They kind of tell the truth when they talk to me because I guess I don't know. I come across as a friend and not a reporter that's gonna go put in the paper. I don't know. But dads, uncles, it all plays a part. To Corey Hammond. Corey Hammond, dad committed suicide when he was younger. His dad was good in football. His brother was good in football, but his dad wanted to play at UM and never got a chance. He's coming to UM. Hammond's coming to UM. I mean, because of that reason, and it's things like that. Sometimes I follow Duke Johnson. I got a video I never put out with Duke Johnson too. The first day on campus at University of Miami, and a couple days leading up to it when Miami Norland they wouldn't let his transcript go. Like they didn't. They was like mad at Duke when he was leaving because Duke was kind of, not say big headed, but he was kind of like matter of fact when he was on his way out. So Norland was tripping with his transcript. But dang, I done got sidetracked now. But Duke Johnson would have never went anywhere else. He wanted to be around his. He would have never really would never went anywhere else. He he didn't want to leave his mom. He was not going to leave his mom. Duke went to the Nike opening at his senior year. He went to one camp at Florida and like had to come back home. He didn't like being away from his mom. I'm not sure what that's about. To this day, me and his mom is cool. I don't know what it's about. I mean, but he wasn't going anywhere else. Clemson told Duke, hey man, you come bring three of your friends. We don't care who they are. We don't care what they play. They could play baseball. They could be drug dealers. They didn't care. Duke wasn't going anywhere else. So yeah, man. So uncles, everybody play a role. I mean, these kids go to schools for different reasons, bro. I mean, there's no cut and dry reason why. But every time a kid DQ from Miami, what does everybody always say? What does the Miami fans always say? Oh, he decommitted because he's scared. He's scared of competition. Ooh, you don't think it's competition at Auburn, Alabama? You don't think it's competition at Oregon? We the 6 and 7 team, goddamn it. Inside stuff. I guess that's the answer. Inside stuff, you guys are. That's interesting to you guys for me to give you the insight, tell these stories and little things like that. I'm here in Duval County. One of my major reasons is the vibe they get from the coaches. That was some of the reasons from my nephews and cousins. Right. It's almost like they want to feel like the coach care. You know what I'm saying? They want to feel like the coach care. They want to feel wanted a lot of times. I mean, sometimes a lot of these kids too, man. A lot of them coming from broken homes. Dad not there. A lot of times, sometimes, and they have trust issues. I was just talking to James Williams, man, about an hour ago. I was telling James we need to go shoot a video, and I was going to show him a few things about social media, how he can capitalize with the leverage that he has now. But he's a kid, and I'm not sure if he's ready for that conversation. But we're going to find out. We're gonna find out. But but I try to teach them when they're ready that they can leverage. They can leverage social media and stop using it as some taboo thing where you delete all the pictures. Then you put up one picture of you and your three schools that you may go to, and your name is James Williams, but I can't find you because it's B grade 20. The kids, they don't get it. I mean, I know they don't get it. They don't get it. Sometimes I can have highlights on kids and can't even find them on Instagram, and I can't use their highlights. But I'm gonna start going around doing seminars, man. Miss Toussaint gonna help me with that, seminars and camps, and talking to the parents about these things that help the kids get recruited. You asked where I was from. Do you want to know where I was from originally or where I live at now? Oh yeah. Now where you live at? Where you from? Where you live at, Anthony? I see you always ask these long, intricate questions, which I like. Fool. You need to start just emailing them to me. Give me some ideas. But yeah, where are you from, bro? A sleeper recruit. Nobody's talking about and gonna blow up. A sleeper recruit that nobody's talking about that'll blow up. Let me think about that for a second. I'm originally from Miami, but I live in Sarasota, Tampa. Do you get to come down to any of the games? JW must be wanting to get away from the state. Who was JW? A sleeper recruit. Who's a sleeper recruit? Let me think. Is it a such thing as a sleeper recruit when you're recruiting a team like at the caliber of the Miami Hurricanes D1? I mean, I think everybody's expected to perform, right? No? I think so. But I'll give you one. Let me think. We all expect Chaney, Knight, and those guys to ball out. Somebody said Jalen Harrell. James Williams. No, man. James Williams doesn't want to get from the state. Y'all saw me talk to James, and James said Miami is still in it. But he just put out his final three. Listen, man. I mean, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself, bro. Be honest with yourself. If you were as good as James Williams, I was never as good in anything in my life as James Williams. If you was as good as James Williams, right? 5-star, maybe one of the top athletes in the nation coming out. If working both phones right now, man. We're working both phones, researching over here and working both phones. Bear with me. But if you were as good as James Williams, right, and you had the leverage that he had to demand, let's be real. He could demand anything. He can go to any school. He could ask for anything that he could demand anything. If you had that leverage, what would be your reason for going to the Miami Hurricanes? Now, I always tell you we have a chance with James Williams. I always tell you we have a chance, small chance, but we have a chance because James Williams may be the type of kid that needs, if he can say stable somewhere, that needs to be around some people that love him. I mean, he may need to be around a family atmosphere as he do the school thing. Same thing with Duke Johnson. Duke Johnson was just default University of Miami. And James kind of has that in him, man. But if you were James Williams that good, what would be your reason for going to University of Miami? Like, when you can demand anything. go to any school. I mean, let's be real. I mean, anything Jermaine Williams asks for, he will get in this recruiting. If whatever, a number, whatever, bag of money, anything he asks for, he'll get. Top 3 running backs from Florida in which class? There's no way I can get down to Miami to watch any of the high school games or any of the Hurricane games at all. I live about 4 hours away. Well, Anthony, that's about over now, man, because damn high school games are damn streaming online now, and all college football games are online somewhere. All college football. Somebody asked me who do I think could be a surprise in this class. I don't know if you guys are gonna agree with me, but Restrepo, Restrepo, Restrepo. Quick story, man. Restrepo was like 10 and under, 9 and under, man. His family supports the hell out of him, dog. They would call me Saturday morning. Hey, you coming to Creek to cover Restrepo game? My son gonna ball out today. And I used to be like, man, I mean, the little white kid could play, but I wasn't sure how good he was. You know what I'm saying? And they would always call, hey, come check him out. I'm telling you. And no lie, bro. Till the day he graduated, his family sung the same song. My son, my nephew, my son, he's under recruited. Nobody believes in him, but he can play, and it played out exactly like that. Funny thing, last year at the Nike camp, under the radar, them my homeboys. I know you think we competitive and we hate each other, but no, man, them my homeboys, good people. Ali, under the radar, came to Nike camp in Miami, and Restrepo had the University of Miami offer. And he had committed already. And they were like, man, what Miami doing taking this kid? But they didn't really see him play. Like, they hadn't really seen him play. But you look at Restrepo, and he looks like Barragales. I mean, whatever, the kicker. He does. Restrepo looks like the kicker. And fucking, like, this, it's not disrespectful. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Restrepo looks like the kicker or the holder. So we watching Restrepo as one-on-ones. This was when the kid from IMG came down and won damn player of the Nike camp. What's the kid name? The DB from IMG, Cavar. You know, man, the pretty boy, man, from damn IMG. And Restrepo first 3 routes in one-on-one, he caught them all in one-on-one at Nike camp like 2 years ago. First 3 routes. And I just looked over at my homeboy Ali, and I just started blinking like this. He took his camera and he just walked to the other side. Because Restrepo is one of those guys. He remind me of I mean, it's kind of cliche, but what's the little white the slot receiver we had, man, that was hard nosed, big time, ended up at the Patriots. He kind of reminds me of that, but Restrepo's more fit, if you ask me. He's more fit, and he may be more athletic, because he's played against the best talent all his life. You know what I'm saying? Braxton Berrios. Right. I can never remember Braxton Berrios' name. But he played against he played against South Florida. So Restrepo with route running and hands, and I think he has it here too. I think he has it here, so he doesn't have to always beat you with his athleticism. I think he can beat you with here. So you ask me, who do I think is going to be a surprise in the class? I think Restrepo, because I think he can sneak on the field. Nobody notices him. Oh, they'll pay attention to him, and he will hurt you. He will hurt you. And I love his family, man. I love his family. I love their passion. I love their support. You think his family? You think when he make it big time, I'll be able to pick up the phone and call them for a favor like they used to call me for a favor? Somebody give this to the Restrepo family and see if the you think they'll come call? You think I'd be able to call them for a favor when he make it big time like they was able to call me? Brinson is the best wide receiver in South Florida. Brinson is the best wide receiver in South Florida. Brinson is damn good. He may be another one that got away from us that we won't ever be able to get back. But you know who else is damn good? Mr. Jamon Eford. That's today at Make a Play 7-on-7 tournament. Quarterback Pete, the Beyond Reality quarterback, to Jamon Eford. Jamon Eford is one of the. I mean, and he's not a great route runner. He runs a 9 route. It's as simple as this. He runs a 9 route, and you can't guard him. The safety can't get there fast enough. The DB is blazed off the line. Jamon Eford is one of the most amazing football players I've seen in a while. There's video out there when they played South Day Palmetto this year, man, and he went to Mr. Marshall, 4-star cornerback out of Palmetto. Jamon Eford ran right past him, 50-yard bomb. So yes, Broke Boy Mello Brinson is maybe the best wide receiver in South Florida. Go look at the video. I got Romello. I don't know if I put it out on YouTube. Romello versus the kid from IMG that's going to LSU. They went at it for maybe 4 or 5 plays in a row, and Ellis Ricks. He couldn't stick Romello Brinson, but he's a big corner. He has more upside. LSU takes him. They figured they could do something with him, but he could not stick. He couldn't stick Ja'Cory Brooks, and he couldn't stick Romello Brinson. But like I said, I mean, he's a bigger guy. He has a lot of upside, man. I heard that kid kind of like broke the bank on LSU. I don't know. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I call Fred Jamon all the time, bro. His brother's Jamon at Oregon. I do it all the time. A lot of these kids don't understand that they don't have to go to these established programs. They have the ability to make any program relevant. And that's leadership, lead, others will follow. Yeah, I mean, that's true. But the thing with that Anthony Mendez is you have to know your level of talent. And that's where it gets complicated at. Brinson and Brooks, 1A, 1B. Yeah. Brooks doesn't take a backseat to nobody. You're right. But you have to know that Anthony said a lot of these kids don't understand they don't have to go to established programs. They have the ability to make any program relevant. Some of these kids do understand that. Some of these kids do understand that. We had a kid, I think, went to Toledo out of Northwestern, ran back the kickoff. Joshua know. Who's the kid ran back the kickoff in the playoffs last year with Northwestern? Was that last year? Year before last. Real speedy kid. Was one of the fastest track kids. Man, he's my little homeboy too. He's been going to high school for 2 years. I can't even think of his name. He went to Toledo. He could have went higher than that, but he felt they would give him opportunity. His dad learned from sending him to Northwestern. Not Bethel, the other one. The one that came from North Miami, and y'all thought he wasn't good enough. But he was the real deal. But then he lost in state finals. He lost in the state finals to somebody gonna say it. I think Lingard was just overrated. Man, we're gonna find out about Lingard. I thought Lingard was the guy. Not Bethel. He lost in the state finals to the wide receiver that just went to Nebraska, little brother. I know you know Joshua. Come on, man. I shot a video on him and all. We was at the beach. He was working out in the sand. Oh, his daddy will kill me. Okay, I'm gonna put dad in my phone. His daddy will kill me, man, because I couldn't think of his son's name. Let's see. I'm gonna see all the dads that I got in my phone. Let's see. Trevino dad, Duarte dad, Jaquez Stewart. Jaquez Stewart dad sent him to Toledo. He could have went higher than that, but he felt Toledo really wanted him. And he felt like that was his level of talent. That was his level, so he'll get an opportunity to play at Toledo. So certain kids, if you're James Williams level, James Williams can play anywhere. I mean, so he could play anywhere. So if you go to Alabama, he can get on the field day one. Ja'Cory Brooks play anywhere. Go to Alabama, field on the field day one. What would be his reason to come to Miami, to help them build a program, unless he had passion for Miami? Why would he do that when he can go to Alabama, compete against some of the best in college football, and be out of there in 3 years because of his talent level? Now, you get some kids that are like, we don't know how good they are. We thought they were 4-star level. They maybe like let's say Dream Frankles, the Nebraska that went to Nebraska, the cornerback that went to Nebraska, the one that was crying and got confused at the podium this year. Let's say somebody like him. I know he could play. He could really play. Franco, cornerback. I know he could play. He could really play. But Miami was like this on him. They wasn't sure. You know what I'm saying? So when you're like that, then yeah, you may pick a school like, hey man, let's try Miami. I mean, Miami needs some DBs. Or listen, we can go. Let's not even Miami. We can go. Let's do North Carolina. I got an opportunity to get on the field at North Carolina, right? Franklin, and it's still ACC, big time football. It's like that. It's knowing your level of talent and where you should place yourself to have an opportunity. I teach these kids, man, an opportunity for the next level. All you want is an opportunity to get to the next platform. That's it. So you want to, and the same thing going from youth football to high school. You want to place your kid in a place where he have an opportunity to get to the next platform. If your kid not good enough to go to Central, don't send them there, because they're going to be getting kids every year. If your kid's not on that level, don't send them. I mean, another thing off the note, man, did Perryman get out of jail? The little brother from Miami Central, Perryman, man, went to Utah and he got put in jail. They're saying that he raped somebody, raped a little girl, 17. But I'm hearing it's not true. I'm hearing that he broke up with a little girl. She got mad, called the police, said she raped him. But the problem is, I think she was 17. That's my little dude, man. I'm not sure if he got out of jail yet. But I hope he's out. But yeah, man, it's getting late, bro. Gonna wrap this up. But listen, man, y'all support the channel, man. I got badges. Y'all can become silver, bronze. If you look down, you see the merch down there. Everything helps with all like that. Everything helps. We would love your support. You about to get out of here in maybe 5 minutes. Y'all got some last questions y'all want to ask, some last suggestions. I went to Miami High because there was too much talent at the way. Exactly. T.Y. Hilton Daddy. T.Y. Hilton Daddy could have sent him to Miami Northwestern and played with Aldarius Johnson and Tommy Streeter. T.Y. Hilton Daddy sent him to Springs. Then he sent him to FIU. Take your talent level, understand your child, and place him somewhere where he's going to get an opportunity. Well, how you know if they're going to give him an opportunity? Man, listen, it's obvious. Your child a 3-star, T.Y. Hill in, place him, send his ass to FIU. They'll die to have him. Send him to the school that'll die to have you. Period. Send him to the school that you can say, hey man, I need my there's a bully in school. I need him knocked off, and then the bully come up dead. Send him to that school that'll do anything for you. That's who's going to give them an opportunity. Since parents seem to think it's so foggy, like they can't tell where your kid will get an opportunity at. They could tell, it's just not where they want to send them. Been on here for an hour, man. That wasn't even the plan. Listen, when you guys watch the show, if I just said Footballville, let's talk. Will y'all just come in here to talk with me? Let me see a thumbs up. So if I just put up there Footballville, let's talk. And we come in here and we just start talking about some of these stories. Shout out to Thomas Brown, man, running back coach of Miami, man. That man is at the Rams now. Y'all will, Don, Lewis, y'all just come in here and talk with me. So I may create a show called Footballville, man. Let's just come in here and talk about some of this stuff. Listen, before I get out of here, I was on the radio last night with Larry Bluestein, and Thomas Brown. Thomas Brown was at a last story I'm gonna tell me get out here. Thomas Brown was at a spring game. Man, good dude, man. If you go check out his Instagram, he's always on some righteous stuff. Went to South Carolina. Now he's at the Rams. So all y'all are just coming here and talk with me. You like the insight? Well, yeah, Anthony Menez, if you know you good, you could go to any program. But my thing is, why go to any program where you know it ain't? You know Alabama is working as a machine. Clemson right now, same coaching staff, 5-6 years. It's a machine. It's working. They know what they're doing. You may go to UM and be like, God damn, I see why they be losing. Or you go to San Diego State, God damn, I see why they be losing. And the infrastructure messed up. I mean, if you're that good and you're trying to get to the NFL, you know your next step is the NFL. If you're that good, why even play with it? That's the question. But okay, Thomas Brown's story, man. Listen, Thomas Brown was at the Jamboree, and I walked up to him. Naquan Wright was hurt, and he had just came back, played in the game the night before after the injury. And I started talking to him like, man, what happened with Naquan? Naquan had just, I think, committed to Florida. And he was like, man, listen, he ain't grown. Like, he haven't grown since 8th grade. And it hit me, fool, Naquan. I love him. He my little homie. But he hadn't grown since the 8th grade. And I never thought about that because he plays so big. Listen, Naquan was better than Cam Harris in high school. You could have asked anybody that. You could have asked Cam. You could have asked his mom. Naquan was the guy coming out of 8th grade, going to the 9th grade. He was the guy. I remember having a conversation with Cam Harris' mom, and she was like, you think I should transfer Naquan? Because I think it was 3 backs there all the time. And you think I should transfer Cam Harris? And I was like, nah, just let him chill. I mean, he need a full backfield anyway, because he don't need to take all these hits. He don't need to be anywhere where they're running him 25 times a game. But Naquan Wright was that good. So I was asking, but Thomas Brown, they felt that, man, listen, he ain't grown. Now he done got hurt. They were looking at the 2 running backs. They was looking at the boy out of Jacksonville. What's the boy out of Jacksonville? Looked like Palomalu, who played for Trinity Christian, who we were recruiting, and then he switched out, I think, went to Ohio State. And then they were looking at McIntyre's little brother, who went to Georgia. And they thought they had one of them. You know what I'm saying? They thought they had one of them, but they didn't. They ended up losing both of them. You know what I'm saying? Crowder? What's his name? Was Crowder? That wasn't his name. Marcus Crawley. Man, you dudes are fucking good, fool. I couldn't do this show without y'all. Man, y'all are fucking awesome. Marcus Crawley, yeah. Crawley. Thomas Brown, they thought they had one of them, and we didn't get any of them. I did, man. Did y'all? I did. Went out there and shot your boy at U school working out. He had all the Miami Hurricane stuff on. He was like, man, my brother keep bringing it home. That's why I got it on. But so Thomas Brown was like, man, Naquan played last night, right? I said, yeah, man. He said, how he look? I say, he looked. He had one or two good plays, but he rusty. He had been out maybe a year. And Thomas Brown was like, yeah, I saw he caught a little screen pass, got a little 10 yards. I was like, hey, you was at the game? How you saw him catch a screen pass? And he looked at me and said, man, I saw it on Footballville. And that's when I knew Footballville was recruiting to all the college coaches on Footballville. That's when I knew it. I knew it. They own Footballville, and I'm gonna start promoting it. All the college coaches watch Footballville, big dog, and they listen to my insight. They listen to me talk about these kids, and y'all need to know that. So that's why your kids need to be on Footballville. But yeah, man, I was surprised when he said that, man. That was an awesome story for me. Crawley, listen, man, I saw Crawley go off at Pylon 7-on-7 against South Florida Express. You don't see running backs going off in 7-on-7. The kid from Deerfield today was with Florida Lightning, and he was just there. Like, he doesn't even really play a lot when it comes to 7-on-7. That kid had 16 touchdowns as a sophomore last year. He was just, what's the kid name from Deerfield? Jazion Patterson. Running backs don't really get off in 7-on-7 unless they're very dynamic. Man, I saw Crawley going off. If you go to YouTube, go type in who did Crawley play for in 7-on-7. I think Pro Impact versus South Florida Express Pylon. Man, Crawley was giving. Who did they South Florida Express have on that team? Can't think right now. Crawley was giving them people the business, bro, and I was like, man, this dude is the real deal. He was the real deal. What Crawley at? Where is he at? Ohio State? He ended up at Ohio State. He ended up at Ohio State, right? Did he play this year, man? I'm dying to go check that kid out, man. I didn't really follow him, man, but I like that kid, man. That kid was live. Listen, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Y'all make sure I hit like. Oh, he red-shirted? Damn, really? Lamar Miller didn't go to any camps. He didn't go to he was just chilling, man. He was going to Miami. He didn't go to any camps for what reason. But Duke wasn't a 5-star, right? I mean, they only give 5 stars a lot of times to X-Men, superheroes, and people who are extremely big. That's how I see it. Look, first play. Let me see. This is a video right here. Pylon Mixtape, Orlando, Florida. Y'all go check it out. Marcus Crawley was going off. Boy, look at that Footballville intro. That thing fire. R.I.P. man. Somebody had died? I can't even remember who died. Man, it seems like these kids die all the time, man. Now y'all gotta look at that. Look at Tim. Tim as a freshman. Timothy Burns as a freshman. Look at Romello Brinson as a freshman. Look at that. Romello Brinson and Romello Brinson and kid from Gulliver. What's the little dude name? I'm on here watching videos while y'all. All right, man, we're gonna put this down, man. Footballville, man. We about to get up out of here. Right. Lamar Miller. Listen, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Y'all make y'all go support. Go check out the paraphernalia down there, the merch down there, man. Footballville, I love y'all, man. So next time y'all come on here, man, I might just come on here, Footballville. Let's talk, man. I may be somewhere in the park or somewhere, and we start with Mellow beat, Sertain beat. Yeah, when he was younger too, right? Yeah, right. I mean, but Sertain, that game was lit, wasn't it? It wasn't mellow though. It wasn't mellow. It was take 'em deep. It was the kid that was on um the Netflix TV show. It wasn't. It was take 'em deep. What's his name? Lewis. Take 'em deep. What Deep used to call his name? I think he had FAU now. I don't think that was Romello. It was the kid that was on the Netflix show. But let me get out of here, man. Footballville, man, we out here. Y'all stay locked in. Hit the like button, hit share. And if you ain't subscribed, you just stealing, big dog. Suggestion for next show, James Waller, what you see? Let me see if I scroll back up. What's your suggestion for the next show? Thought y'all said y'all just want to get on here and hear me talk. It's too far up. What's your suggestion? It was Mellow. He was wearing 83. What's your suggestion for next show? Joshua, what about the first time? The first time I ever seen the kid for American Heritage. What's the kid from American Heritage named? The play for Auburn now, the speedster, the track star. Like that was my first time seeing him play when he played Northwestern at Trash Power, man. And he went up the seam down the middle and nobody could catch him. But little did I know at the time the kid looked like he was white, but he was going to be the fastest kid in Florida, maybe United States. What his name is? What is it? Swartz. Anthony Swartz. That same game, that was the first time I ever seen Swartz play, and Swartz was lighting Northwestern ass up. Swartz, right. So what was your question? Ranking Florida recruits, where you see them going? Rating Florida recruits, and where do I see them going? What colleges I see the recruits going to? Listen. Now that we own that right quick, real fast. Listen, I got a section on Footballville, Facebook, for supporters. If you go support, I think right now it's $4.99 a month. We put recruiting things in there, man. We just got Larry Bluestein on board with us. We put recruiting things in there that sometimes we don't talk about. We put some stuff in there today that we haven't talked about. So man, for my Footballville section, go to Footballville on Facebook. It's a supporter section. It talks to you about how you can become a supporter. You become a supporter. We talk recruiting in there a lot, man. We write some stuff in there that you guys might not see, man. So go check that out. Footballville, man. We out here, man. We stay out here.